So what happens when you're pulled over for a DUI and there's a passenger in the car? Imagine this. You've just been pulled over by the police. You're facing a DUI investigation, but there's a catch. There's a passenger in your car. How does this affect your situation? In today's video, I'm going to explain it to you as a criminal defense attorney. First, let's go over the basics. When you're pulled over for a suspicion of DUI, the police officer will likely ask you to perform field sobriety tests. And if they believe you're impaired, they may arrest you. The fact that you have a passenger in the car doesn't change the fundamental process of a DUI stop. There are a few things you should keep in mind. Having a passenger in the car doesn't directly affect your DUI charges, but there are some important factors to be aware of. For example, the passenger is not subject to testing like you are, but they are underage, or if they're drinking alcohol or using drugs in the car, it could lead to additional charges, or the passenger, or even complicate your situation. It still doesn't change the fact that you have a right to remain silent if the officer asks you any questions. And also, field sobriety tests are voluntary. You do not have to take those tests if the officer asks you, even if you have a passenger in the car. If the passenger is a minor, though, you could be facing additional charges. For instance, child endangerment charges. We've seen those in California, and sometimes that could lead to felony charges. So it's very important not to drink or have alcohol in your system when you're driving with a minor in the car. The main concern with having a passenger, though, it could potentially complicate the case if they provide evidence that could hurt your defense, such as the passenger can have incriminating statements, or they could talk about your drinking pattern that day. Or if you're arrested, the DA may look unkindly to you because there's a passenger in the vehicle and you're putting other people in danger. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're being pulled over for a DUI and you have a passenger, it's best to use your right to remain silent, and just be sure you call a criminal defense attorney right away after you get out of jail. They may give you some pointers and help you get through this case. Good luck.